Path of Exile hits PvP hard with its future update, Valve introduces a Twitch-like broadcasting method to Steam, Dead Island Epidemic finally hits open beta, and Black Desert makes plans to come to North America and Europe in 2015. What's happening, guys? James Blonde here with MMOHuts.com with a quick weekly recap for MMO news and announcements for the week ending December 8th, 2014. Starting out the news this week was a bit of news that just missed last week's recap, which was the beginning of open beta testing for Black Desert in Korea, along with 2 new open beta trailers, one of which you see playing here. The new trailers show off about 10 to 12 minutes of gameplay, from the awesome action combat, the incredible customization, massive enemies to fight, mounts, and mounted combat, of course, and pretty much everything in between. And to be honest, every aspect of this game looks great. So like I said, the news is that it's in open beta in Korea. However, it's been indicated the game is coming to Europe and North America in 2015, though the game isn't really scheduled to be launched until 2016. Either way, it's pretty exciting news for those looking forward to Black Desert. Guess what's going to be on my most anticipated list for 2015? Next up, Sevencore offers new battlefield arenas, new mount items, and more with its first major content update. Recently picked up by Webzen, Sevencore's first expansion brings in 2 new battlefield arenas where players can earn victory points to spend on weapons, armor, random boxes, and even mounts from the PvP vendors. Battlefield arenas being the 5v5 PvP battlegrounds in the game. The expansion also activates the game's political mechanic, Occupation War, for the English server Balmung. And this should heat up the guild versus guild competition a bit. Every Saturday, guild versus guild enthusiasts will compete against other guilds to occupy a certain area in order to collect taxes and manage prices in regional goods. This new mini first expansion became available this past week on December 2nd. And speaking of expansions, Perfect World International revealed details surrounding its next lunar-themed expansion called Eclipse. Eclipse brings in a new uniform starting zone called Celestial Vale, offering updated and improved locations for leveling alongside other new players, and in this expansion, a brand new race called Nightshades. The new race brings in 2 new classes to play as, the Duskblades, who wield sabers, and the Stormbringers. With the power of ice and thunder, they wield scythes to channel raging storms against their enemies. Sounds pretty epic. 2 new instances are also being introduced, featuring the new Instance Randomizer, new Rank 8 gear, and a slick update to the user interface. The Eclipse expansion is set to go live on December 16th. Last week, Warface advances even further, showing off the first of its 3 new maps as part of the Siberian Mountain Operation Cold Peak expansion, I guess you would call it. The new Spearhead map that you see playing in the background here introduces new enemies, new tactical options, and intense winter warfare in co-op gameplay. For the first time in co-op, some Blackwood operatives will come equipped with jetpacks, providing a new challenge for players. I guess you gotta shoot them out of the sky now. Also new to the Spearhead map is the possibility for players to complete secondary mission objectives that will help them earn in-game currency, which can be spent in real time to deploy mines, build barriers, and set traps that will help them hold their position. Spearhead is the first of 3 maps, like I mentioned. The second and third editions are called Ambush and Zenith, which are coming to the game in the near future. For those of you that missed it a few weeks ago, Battleline Steel Warfare is back once again for its second closed beta, letting in more players this time and rewarding players from the first closed beta with 500,000 gold coins and a special M4 Sherman tank with a custom skin. The second beta test is opening up tomorrow, December 9th, with signups still open, so it should be fairly easy to get in and try the game out. Plus, they plan on doing regular updates and adding in new tanks over the course of the beta, so something else to look forward to. Next up, a new magical warrior with a mysterious past enters Vindictus as a new playable character. Arisha, known as the Sorceress of Blades, is highly proficient in both swords and magic. Arisha is the 9th character to be added to the game and is capable of controlling time and space and opening up a dimensional rift. Sounds pretty epic, actually. Arisha has already been available in Europe since October, and this is just a teaser for the North American version of Vindictus, with no official release date announced as of yet. Last week, Grinding Gear Games teased us with some major changes coming to Path of Exile in Update 1.3. Scheduled to launch on December 12th, this update will introduce 2 new challenge leagues, Torment as the new Standard League and Bloodlines as the new Hardcore League, plus a major PvP revamp that will introduce regular competitive events and tournaments along with UI improvements. Players will also meet a new Master focused specifically on PvP boosts, And of course, on top of that, many other updates to the regular and passive trees will come into play, including both PvE and PvP changes. Check out the new Tournament League trailer and the new PvP preview trailer at MMOHuts.com for even more insight on what's coming. Interesting enough, last week Steam introduced a Twitch.tv style way of broadcasting games. Now instead of joining your friends in-game, you can actually just watch them play. If they allow you, of course. Not only that, you can broadcast any game you're playing to the public, if you allow it, and your broadcast will be visible on that game's hub. The nice thing is that it's built right into Steam, so there's no third-party software required. Just turn it on and play like you normally would, and you get to decide who watches you play it. It's pretty cool, actually. If you want to see how it works, then check out the broadcast tab on the community home. As of now, it's in beta, of course, and later on, perhaps even before launch, it'll add in more features like webcam support and plenty other social features along with that. Next up, the one-of-a-kind Zomba, as they like to call it, Dead Island Epidemic, finally hit open beta, introducing a brand new PvE mode, a progression loot system overhaul, a new modification system for weapons, and more. The new PvE map called Crossroads offers a bigger variation, higher replayability, and more challenge regardless of skill level. Levels for individual characters have been removed. Now there's a global character level that applies to each character, and unlocks apply to each character once you reach a new level. Character weapon expertise has been removed, and instead every character now has a unique passive, and the same sort of overhaul has hit the game's crafting system as well. So all of these new features are ready to go in-game and available to everyone in open beta as of now. Well, it looks like one of my favorite mutants is finally coming into Marvel Heroes 2015, and it's Magneto. Magneto is the second release in the playable villains lineup in Marvel Heroes, and from the new preview trailer, it looks like he's got some pretty sick AoE abilities, and of course, with his control over metal and all things electromagnetic, you can probably guess he takes advantage of the destructible aspects in the game. Breaking things and sending them right back at the enemies seems to be the name of his game. And on a similar note, different universe of course, Infinite Crisis introduced Swamp Thing as the latest champion. He's a regenerative enforcer who uses husks to gain greater map awareness, split push, and set up ambushes. His passive allows him to regenerate health, and his Vine Leash ability works a lot like Ares from Smite, his chain ability anyway, which allows him to gain movement speed and brute the enemy briefly. Now, his husk allow him to ward, basically, letting him teleport to them for greater mobility, and his ultimate is a transformation active that allows him a generous health gain, grants bonus attack speed, and makes him immune to slows. He seems like a nicely rounded champion for those of you who like to play safe with, health regen. And finally, our last bit of news, Robot Entertainment announced last week that Orcs Must Die Unchained is headed to the PlayStation 4 in 2015. The game is still in an early form of closed beta on PC as of now, but having played the game from alpha to recently, it seems like it's actually going to be a lot better on the console, to be honest. Plus, it'll open up the game for more players that way. And on the PC side of things, the developers are working on major changes and updates planned for the start of 2015, and they finally officially announced that both the PC and PS4 versions are launching this coming year. But anyway, guys, that's about it for all the major MMO news and announcements for this week. If you're wanting to look back at this past year's best free-to-play games, you want to be sure to check out our Best of 2014 video if you haven't already. Like always, if you're looking for more information on the topics in the recap, check the links in the description below. Otherwise, head over to MMOHuts.com/news for even more MMO news. Feel free to discuss the news in the comments below, or head over to MMOHuts.com/forums. And until next time, guys, that's going to be it from me. I'm James Blonde. See you out there, gamers.